So this is where we just set her off to sleep. Good luck sleeping, Naomi, despite the fact that either the bed's a lot longer than I think it is, or you're hanging your legs off the side of them. Ah well, whatever works for you, I suppose. So I kind of have an idea of what I need to do now. I need to go downward and explore the area I hadn't explored previously. Actually, no, before I do that, I want to go talk to Sayako. Sayako, I want to go check your dead body. See if there's anything cool happening over there with the haps and the craps and the double laps and the whatever else rhymes with that. Fraps. Fraps the chinos. Alright. Sayako. There you are. It's the body of Sayako Shinohara. Her neck's been squeezed into an hourglass shape with a deep crimson rope burnt in the center.
Shinohara.
Okay. You could keep the time with her throat. Remember, guys, if you start getting hungry or thirsty, eat her flesh first, before it gets rotten. I'm just trying to give him some health advice. Now, anyways, let's go talk over to all the other peoples downstairs. And by other peoples, I mean everyone who's dead. Let's see. Let's see. Nothing here. There are skeleton remains sprawled here.
Yeah.
I think we've seen this scene before. He automatically walked that direction. Weird. We've heard the scene before, just alternatively. We can save her still, no worries. Well, this is new.
小学生には親がついてなきゃ売りませんって書いてあったけど売ってくれたぜハムスター540円だったよ
だろ安い命だよな。
え
What a depressing way to look at it, yes.
なんでもないよ。
で、どうすんだこいつかわいいよな。お前が買うの？
冗談。そんな生臭いもの。
じゃあなんで？
すごいんだぜ。お前にも見せてやれよ。命の終わる瞬間を。よこせそれ。このカッターでな。お前、バカ、何さ！よく見てろよ。
ゆうや、あんた何してんの？キザミの姉ちゃん。
何もしてないよ。
ハムの動物にあてがって何が何もしてないよバカ！
まだ未遂なんだから何もしてないだろ。父うっせえな。
はあ？あんたね、そういうことばっかり言ってると本当に救いようのないクズ人間になっちゃうわよバカ！キザミ、俺こいつ飼うから連れてくな。じゃあまた明日。
ったく、どうしてこんな子に。ふっつえ。なんで俺が一番下なんだよ。下の兄弟がいたら超可愛がってやるのに。俺ならクソねえやバカ兄みたいな 無理解な兄貴には絶対ならねえ。妹でもいたらよかったのにな。
Okay, so I've just confirmed 3 things with myself. First of all, obviously, he has sort of a bad history and isn't really a good person to begin with. Second of all, he doesn't really have a little sister. Now, probably doesn't. He just said that because the third reason he wants a little sister. Why does he want a little sister? I'm afraid we're going to probably get to that. At least if my imagination is going in the right direction.
どうしたんだいゆかちゃん。
If he says something right here, I'm predicting it'll happen.
Hmm? なんだ誰がこんなこと。いや、自殺か。
The body inside is too near the stall door. Every time you try to open it, it just slams into the corpse and bounces closed.
すごい悪臭だ。
The body inside, yep, same thing. The stir student ID now, yeah, on the far outside. Here we go, another name. Another student ID. Okay, I checked everyone twice to make sure there's no student IDs to go around. There's a compact mirror here with a sticky, bloody handprints all over it.
クラスの女子が持ってるような俺たちの年代のデザインだな。こんなところに閉じ込められて化粧鏡で見る自分の顔はどう映るんだろうか。
Let me look at that again. Alright. Well, that's that.
たくさんの命が終わったんだな。ここで。
Uh-oh. Had a good time.
ゆかちゃん、これじゃあおしっこできないね。さあ行こうか。僕の妹。
No, he's normal. I have feats of this every single time I enter into the women's restroom. Wait a minute. I'm just kidding, of course. See, that sounds like me just last week. Oh, Ayumi. We haven't seen you for a while.
寒いな。先生も岸沼君もどこ行っちゃったんだろう。 一人にしないでよ。怖いよ。最初の教室に戻ってみようかな。
She suffers from bug eye syndrome too.
こっちの校舎は長くいると頭痛くなるし。
Yoshiki, the last time we saw him, he was knocked out by a guy with a hammer. Hey, it's the girl in red.
今の子、鈴本さんを殺した霊たちの輪にはいなかった子だ。どうしてだろう。とても寂しそうな感じ。
Huh, interesting. Treat tomorrow like a certainty. If you're alive now, trust that you'll still be alive then. If I recall, it's Tachibana's turn for day duty tomorrow. I want to go back to class. I hate the idea that I might not be able to ever again. I swear I'll take my schoolwork more seriously from now on. Judging by size, these appear to be the remains of a junior or senior high school student. There we go. Something obtained from all that. So, here we go.
空気が重たくて耳鳴りがしちゃう。
So she just want entrance inside the second building.
最初の教室に1の A に戻ろう。
Not bad if Ayumi just want to check in, but we're in a completely different part of the school I've never been in. Or yes, I am. Never mind, I know where I am now, just look kind of different. Before I check into 1A, I gotta explore every other nook and cranny, of course, because I'm a silly goose. Oh, who's a silly goose? I'm a silly goose. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yumi's very sensitive to spirits.
気をつけないと。ダメ。目を合わせちゃダメ。
Alright, can I save my game quickly? If I can save my game, I'm going after the bad ending.
私のろうそくがこんなところに移動してる。外の通路に置いたはずなのに、誰かが動かしたのかな。
Yeah, Ayumi is the person who is really into horror, despite the fact that she's terrified by it. She also is the person who is the one who puts down the candles or the save stations. She also seems to be a person who is very, very inept at feeling spirits. There's a torn piece of newspaper on the ground. Looks like the top half of an article. Read it. Attention Public Relations. The light and dark sides of Heavenly Host Elementary's principal, Takumi Yanahigari, Hori, whatever. Ground is broken for Tenjin's municipal Heavenly Host Elementary School building in 1952. It quickly became a source of pride for the town, as no elementary school had stood within Tenjin's borders at all prior to its construction. Primary schoolers had previously been commuting to neighboring towns for class, so for them in particular, Heavenly Host truly was a godsend. The coveted position of principal for the new learning institution was awarded to a man named Takumi Yanagihori. I'm sorry, I cannot read this Japanese for the life of me. Yanagihori, let's see if I can say Yanagihori, quickly became popular amongst the townsfolk for his I know this word. I don't even know how to say it. I say it sometimes myself. I'm having a blank right now. Charismatic personality, his work ethic, and his firm but fair school policies. Registration and attendance soared well beyond the school's capacity. Okay, necessitating frequent desk and chair reorders and even general building expansion. Essentially, due to Yanagori's wavering dedication, Heavenly Host became a cornerstone of life within the humble town of Tenjin. But all that began to change with the dawn of day, one fateful day, with an incident that would set the stage for Heavenly Host's rapid fall from grace. And that's all blanked out, of course, because the second half of the article is missing. Yep, the newspaper story at this point, the bottom half of the article is missing. And you. The antique doll you threw down earlier is still lying here. Pick it up. Always. Acquired antique doll. I can just see all the bad endings lining themselves up right now. There's a blood-spattered notebook on the desk with the word diary on the bold letters at the top, but you can't move it, so... Now let's look inside his eyes. The deep black irises of the boy spirit left eye transfixes Ayumi's gaze. It begins slowly expanding in size. The body's iris continues to grow, slowly and methodically enveloping Ayumi until only blackness remains. The world vanishes into nothingness as the soulless muscle becomes an all-encompassing void, blotting out the whole of existence. Suddenly, in the distance, a tiny white face breaks through the darkness, shining with its own unnatural light. The face seems disoriented, as if being viewed through water. Its expression shifts and wobbles for a bit until finally, with some effort, the image clears. You've seen this face before. Wrong end. That's what we wanted. A Ronin Veluza. Picking up the doll will also probably end in a wrong end, but I'll take it anyways. Save system data? Always. Now then, just make sure all the other wrong ends haven't undone themselves. If they did on this chapter, I'd be so pissed off, so I cannot do load states. Or else I'm just fucking boned. Continue. Alright. Let's go onward here. Yes, sirree. Now let's take this right here. Oh, read that, please. Alright, reading through all this. And now that's where the note paper ends. Now we take the doll back up. Now then, let's continue exploring a little bit.
いけない。もう一度あんな姿の鈴本さんを見たら、きっと私もう狂っちゃう。ここは
Okay.
もう一度あんな姿の鈴
So we
本
won't
さん
go
を
any
見たら。
further than that, unfortunately. Oh, well, at least we got one bad ending and got down here, so, you know, progress. Now... Oh, the doll's weeping? From the doll, silly.
人形のミカちゃん電話みたいな声だ。近い。
Is she really this dense?
この子だ。
Okay, can I look at my items? Crystal, a relic that once belonged to the murderer, may prove invaluable and find the victim's remains. Now we just continue the search. Hey, look, another spirit. Let's give a good old chat to Mr. Spirit here. Whether you're facing a flyer on the wall or just standing in the middle of the room, you got a hunch there's something nearby, use the X button. Never give up. Sure, mash the X button, basically. I guess that was a late game tip. Whoever this is seems to have only just died mere hours, minutes, or even moments ago. Yuma Misaki. There's an old crumbled up paper next to the body. Well, Yuma, I guess this is as far as you go. Exhausted, and I said saying, so it looks like it's the end of the road. My classmate Tomo Mizuki climbed the fence around the outdoor walkway and slipped into the woods outside of the school. It's been 3 days now, and she still hasn't come back. All the while, I've been stuck here getting chased around by the ghost of a girl with nothing above her jawline. I've not only twisted my ankle, but also got glass cuts over my wrists, so I'm in no condition to keep running. I keep hearing things snip, 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 sound off scissors everywhere I go. I can't tell if it's real or if it's just ringing in my ears. I wish I'd just die already. Get it over with, so I can finally rest. Maybe I could have my head cut off at the jaw like that, little... Ha ha ha. Funny. Now that... Here's an angry spirit.
苦しい。痛い。死んでも痛いよ。
This is the one that was talking about her sister earlier, I think. So many possibilities. So the door is now over here. This is still locked, I believe, too. So the I'm pretty sure the custodian is probably, it's just a guess, I don't actually know this, but the custodian, I'll take the guess, is the hammer guy, the murderer, but I'll have to figure out more as things continue to develop. Alright, what's over here then? Nothing, something, at the moment it appears to be nothing. Well, that's a shame. In which case, the only way to go down is down. There's also the left route, but that's the route we're ultimately supposed to be taking, so you have anything else to say? Nope. You just give the same piece of advice each time. So, downwards in the shoe path. Anything interesting inside this room? So far, not finding much. Yep. Bar clearly unopened, like purely crafted models and some sick recreation for an exhibit. That's not a bad way to describe it. In fact, it's kind of an amusing way to describe it. When you die in this accursed place, you experience the pain and suffering you felt the moment of your death for all eternity. Your soul will never be released from its misery. Just a reminder in case you're wondering what happened to all the people who died. Fun! I don't think there's really anything else in here, though. I mean, I'm checking, but I'm not seeing anything, so I guess only back to the classroom I go. Or the doll weeps might come out of here. Silly old doll. The doll seriously will cry anytime I come through here, apparently. Congratulations on your arrival, our most heartful blessings we offer to thee. We'll be anxiously awaiting your death, and once everyone's dead, that's when we'll all be able to meet again. And then the conquest begins. The conquest? What is this, like some undead army, Evil Dead style? It's the body of a middle schooler. Whoever it is, it seems to have only just died mere hours, minutes, or even moments ago. Another student adds to my fucking charts of names, I guess. And one of my candles. I will make a save file here. Okay. Now then. There's Russell Buck in the ground. It's empty. Now before I enter the classroom, I'm actually gonna go ahead, so yeah. Broke your legs or something? Ayumi's hands land squarely in the middle of a sea of broken glass from a fallen light fixture. The skin between the index finger and the thumb on her right hand was cut wide open.
痛い。血がハンカチで止めなきゃ。そっか、私昨日から貧血始まってたっけ。それでめまいがしたんだ。休まなきゃ。
Madness! Madness awaits! It's not like you're going to be rescued after all. We already tried everything we could to get out. We exhausted every possibility. You might live another few days, maybe even a week or two if you tough it out. But can you stand to live that long with nothing to eat? Nothing to drink? No change of clothes? Dying is just a whole lot easier. So come on, join us. We're all waiting for you. It might even be fun. There's so many ways to die. Just imagine the possibilities. But don't worry, we don't tarry. We're waiting after all, waiting to welcome you. Now check out this classroom.
さえのきなほさん。嘘つき、あの子供の霊たち、犯人の懺悔でも成仏しなかったじゃない。鈴本さんを返してよ。
相変わらず綺麗に通るな、お前の声は。
シグマくん。
大丈夫か、篠崎。
あなたこそどうしたの、そんな血まみれで。
いや、さっきお前がいなくなった時、いきなり後ろから殴られて。平気だ。どこだかわかんねえけど、薄暗い部屋に監禁されてたらしい。子供の幽霊だの。なんかハンマー持ったでかいやつなのいたな。
どうやってここまで。
その後また意識が飛んで、目覚めたら1階の廊下に寝かされていた。
そこまで誰かに運ばれたのかな。でも無事でよかった。もう嫌。誰も死んじゃ
おう。
間違ってはいません。あの子供たちの霊、一人ずつでも全員を安息に弔うことで、彼らの囚われた魂が形成しているこの多重閉鎖空間は存在を保つことができなくなるはずです。
あいつらを殺した犯人の懺悔でもできなかったぞ、それ。そもそも犯人ってどんなやつなんだよ。
あなたを襲った鉄槌を持った男、それが殺人犯です。
マジかよ。
いや、
あの男の霊も暴走しているようですね。見境なく聖者を傷つけている。まずはあの男の霊を鎮めることが急務かもしれません。
guess it's up to the two of us to fucking save the day.
どうすればいいの？先生が調べた記事によると、あなたの持っているその文化人形はあの男の持ち物です。母親にもらった大事な心の拠り所だったようで、きっとそれを
探しているのでしょう。
ちょっと待ってくれ。先生って誰？
私のことは推測するな。
なんだこいつ。
ごめんなさい。あの男の死体、亡骸がこの校舎のどこかにあるはず。それを見つけて返してやれば。
Yeah, I'm still not exactly sure what to think of you, Naho. Sometimes you help me, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you seem to purposely say something that could help, but in a way that doesn't actually help me and actually leads me into bad trouble. As such, whether to trust her, whether these two should trust her, I don't know.
いいんだよ。
Watch out, she's going Super Saiyan.
ナホさん。
お友達の死はあなたのせい。
なんだあれ。信用していいのか？
ねえ、でも心当たりもあるの。さっきこの人形が1階を通った時泣いてたの。しくしくって。
マジかよ。相変わらず気持ち悪い人形だな。
探知機になるかも。子供たちを殺した犯人の死体を探す。ねえ、動いてみようよ。っていうか、怪我大丈夫？うわ、すごいコブができてるじゃない。
金槌の絵がもろに頭に当たったからな。もし先んところが当たってたら死んでたぜ。くそ、殺人犯め。
たまたま私が包帯持ってたからいいようなものの、巻いといてあげる。
お前の怪談グッズ助かるわ。
Alright, so possibilities. The shelf is crammed full of very old. One book of strike is sticking out further than the others, as it's expecting to be pursued. Circumnavigating the ancient world. Read it? Yes. Cardinal directions are to be laid flat upon a clock face, with additional delusions placed amongst them to mimic fully times 12 notches. Beginning with the rat fixed at due north, the 12 signs of the Chinese zodiac shall be labeled clockwise around this timepiece compass. Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, ram, monkey, rooster, dog, pig, then back to rat. For ease of remembrance, it's best to equate each direction with both its zodiac sign and its owl on the clock. North then is both the rat and 12 o'clock. East is the rabbit, and east by southeast is the dragon. This is the base as a circumnavigation within the ancient world. Alright, there's also a note here. Breaking news, yes. I think we've read this note several times, though. Now, I'm actually going to save 2 save files. I'll make one right here. Now, before I continue with this, there's 2 or 3 things I want to check. Go back to chapter 4 now. Continue, and first of all, I'm going to start with, actually, I'll start with this save file. Just because there's a few things I want to check. There's also a save file where I could have missed out passing or picking up the doll, and I want to see what happened if I just missed out picking up altogether. Now, there's 2 rooms. This is originally where I was supposed to be headed, but I didn't actually do anything here. There's a crumbled up note on the floor. There's one thing I've learned from all of this. The children are victims too. They're not at fault here. They're not the ones they should hate. Their murderer is the one who created this cycle of resentment and cruelty. The murderer is our true enemy. Yeah, says you. You know, they have that old saying that violence doesn't get solved by violence, and those kids, I mean, sure, I'm sure they have some repentance in their souls, but they're doing a lot of bad things too. It's... yeah. Heavenly host, no stall faculty, okay. This door's still open, actually. There's actually stuff back here too. I'm so glad we could find each other before we died. We'll set off on this journey together, holding hands forevermore. There's nothing to be scared of, as long as we have each other. We know there was meaning in our lives, because we were fortunate enough to find our soulmates, to find one another amongst all the fish in the sea. To our mothers and our fathers, take heart, we died happy, and wanted for nothing. And when we finally passed over to the other side, our hunger pains will be gone. Cool and cool. We'll fly up to heaven and be joyous forevermore. Our only regret is the pain our deaths will cause you, but one day we'll meet again up in the golden realm of the ever after. Lecturer in Senior High School, Class 3-2, Otaru Kenzaki, Class 2-4, Neuda Minokawa. There's a graffiti on the wall here. Idiots, there's no getting to heaven from here. There are 2 corpses here, both large enough to deduce that they were probably high schoolers. It appears they died hand in hand, and their bruised white bones are still holding hands even now. Okay, get both their names and this. The lever is stuck. It won't budge. There does seem to be a space for it to go down one more notch, but the mechanism is locked. There's a tiny, peculiar-shaped keyhole in its base. Alright, so we need a key of some kind to bring back here. Got it. Now's the part where we start tripping. Trip. Need to go through all this, so yeah. Alright, now we contemplate the fact that we cut our hand pretty badly. And we have learned nothing. I want to check upstairs before I go onward again. That made me jump. I forgot about this. That honestly made me jump. I wasn't expecting it. Alright, now what's over here? If we go this way, it's just a dead end. So not really too much gained. I guess I could just go and sit through this whole scene again. Now then, that should be all we need from this room outside of the note on the other side of this classroom, and then I'll have collected everything around here, and I'll backtrack because I'm sure some event somewhere will happen. That's typically how it works in these scenarios. If something doesn't work out, go complete something else, then come back and accomplish it another time. Which is what we'll do now. Now, just to save myself a little bit of trouble, I'll update my save file. Yay! Updating save files. Right there. Yes. Yes, and yes. Now then, back downstairs to piece this all together. There's that doll again. No, really? Let me write this down. I know what the puzzle is. I know where the red door they're talking about is. I know about the clock thing and its direction. So, 6 steps, horse, and then 13 paces, rooster. Alright, I'll get the times in a second as well as the directions. Frickin' A, a double puzzler. Gotta figure all this as it goes. Well, I know exactly where to get this information. I know how to solve it too. And I even know the red door they're referring to. In fact, I'm for some reason so on top of this puzzle. The only part that's kind of annoying is I have to go over here to get the information because I didn't write it down or anything. Yes, read. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yep. The horse is 6 o'clock, so that's 6, which is also south. 6 south, and then 13 paces rooster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is 9, which means that's to the left. So that's 9, which is also to the left. There we go. Got it. Solving puzzles. I know what the red door they're referring to, too. It's the custodian's room. It's the only red door in the whole entire building. Let me head over there, and I think I got this. Now then. Oh, people were... No, guys, I figured it out for myself, thankfully, before I read the chat. But please do not tell me what to do. I like solving puzzles on my own. Trust me when I say that. If I need help, I'll ask for it. But do not tell me the answer to a puzzle. I'd rather figure it out myself. Now then. Let's head on over here and do our magic. Okay, so start from you, custodian. So then we take 6 steps south. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, that's not possible though. Custodian's closet. The door is locked. There's a rack noise like that of a TV screen coming from within. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I must be missing something. I was pretty sure this is where it started, but there's no way I can take that many paces away from the custodian's door. Not to mention there's 2 parts to the custodian's door. Now then, let me put a little bit more thought into this. So, it's 6 steps horse, which is 6 steps south, which is then by 13 paces rooster, so... And that's 9, or in other words, the left. I can figure this out, though. So first of all, horse. The only way it might work is if I stood right here, but that's not the red door. The red door is right here. There are 2 places on the red door. One could assume, though, that they're talking to go into here. Then I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One of the floorboards here is slightly raised. Peering through the crack, you can barely make out some sort of bag in the dark recesses below. Try to pull it out? Yes. Shuffle. Amid the fidgeting, you were able to remove the item from its compartment. Its small bag made of hemp and stained liberally with blood. There's a name tag attached to the front. Heavenly Host Elementary School, Class 3-5, Ryu Yoshizawa.
何が入ってんだよ。見てくれよ。
やよ、なんで私が死ぬまくんが見てよ。
We so get into quarrels so often.
気持ち悪いな。見てみりゃいいだろ、自分で。
The bag appears to contain severed human ton. Well, that's the blind boy. It's a ton for the boy. Then he'll be remended.
この小学校 にいた男の子のよ。
I mean, I kind of figured out we were going to do this when they start saying that we have to appease the souls, because these the children are missing something. One of the children's missing an eye, one of the children's missing their tongue, one of the children's missing the upper half of their head. I was pretty sure that's what we are going to have to do, so yay.
あの幽霊の名前。
Magic.
篠崎。どうするそれ。きついな。
返してあげよう。この遺体の一部を。
Yep, sorry.
はあ？正気かよ。
Acquired Ryo's ton. Well, we know where this is going. Hopefully it turns out for the better rather than the worse.
苦しい。
Alright. Gotta appease the spirits of the
死
dead.
んでも
We gotta return a ton to the boy. Now then, let us go up the stairs. There's also a save point next to it, so that's helpful. Wait, was this always? Yeah, this was. I just passed where I meant to go.
あっちは空気が重たくて耳鳴りがしちゃう。
別館なんかあんのか。気づかなかったな。
I did not mean to do that, but whatever, that works for me. Let's go down here. It's such an easy to miss staircase, but luckily we go through it several times before that other passageway even opens up, so I guess it's just kind of there and you already know about before it happens. Now, before we return the ton to the boy, let's take the time to save our game for a second. Magic. Now, yep, to the third save file at the moment. There we go. You ready for this?
目あったらやばいんだろ。
だけど
Ayumi produces the boy's tongue from her bag, but nothing seems to be attracting his attention. He simply isn't noticing it.
この子にこれを返すには、これを見せるには。
正面から視界に入れるか。いや無理だろ。目合わせてこいつに突き殺されたらどうすんだよ。それにお前震えてるじゃねえか。じゃあ俺がやろう。
いい。
Gonna first look inside his eyes. Wonder what would have happened if I talked to him before this. Would this count as a second death scene? Because technically it's the guy and not the girl. It might have actually. Let's first look.
目があっちまった。
吉沢亮君、知ってるわよ。あなたの名前。
Show him the time? No.
かわいそうだとは思うけど登場はしない。辛いからって他人を巻き込んでこんなところに閉じ込めて大事な私の友達を殺したあなたたちを私は絶対許さない。
篠崎。
けどこれはあなたのものだから返してあげる。
Hand over Ryu's tongue.
奥の部屋、奥の下。お姉ちゃん、ありがとう。
なんだ。 また地震か。畜生。しゃがんでても仕方がないか。ゆか、きっと助けに行くぞ。待っててくれ。とにかくナオミのところへ戻るか。
I should have made a second save file.
赤い服の君、待ってくれ。
Now, before I follow her, I want to quickly go and save my game. Not to mention, there's something which I want to try before I get deeper into this. On my continuous quest to try and get all bad endings.
なんだ、鍵は開いているのに誰かが向こうから開かないように押さえているような感じだ。ナオミ、いるのか。ここを開けてくれ。
There's no answer.
ナオミじゃないのか。ダメだ。力を入れると押し返されるみたいに開かない。
Alright, that did not go how I expected. Alright, well, we'll get back to all this in a second. I guess I'll explore this area up here while I'm in the neighborhood. I kind of wanted to save my game and reload that part where I could do something to get one of the potential bad endings. Gonna go up here for the moment, though. I feel like looking at stuff with different characters might pop up with different results. You know, we were here earlier, but I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything different before I follow the girl in the red dress. You know, this bathroom is surprisingly bright, especially considering the fact that out here is dark as flippin' fuck. How about the girls' restroom? Girls' restroom is darker than the boys' restroom. There's no longer anyone in the stall. Yep, we took care of those indefinitely, or definitely more so. Now then, I guess the only thing I can do with this very second is go down and chase the girl in red. Zigzag our way back to the top. Now, after being denied by doors, walking through darkness, seeing girls in red, and various other bad endings, I'm still trying to get all the bad endings before I finish the chapter, or at least get them to a point where I can easily get them if I need to. I guess for now, all I can do is follow this path, and if I need another bad ending, I'll go to it because I have a save file I can use. Alright. Here's this voice again. There's a few different things I saw here last time I was in the neighborhood. We read this previously, but I'm going to read it right now just to get it off so I have read in this file. And this dude as well. I believe there's nothing else over here. This door won't open. There's nothing down here. I guess the only thing left to do after investigating these walls is to take the other route. And hope something or other works. But I need someone to help me though with this gem over here. In fact, let me re-experience the gem just to get it confirmed with myself. Oh my, look, there's a shiny. To catch that shiny, I need another person. Make that double shiny. Here we go, maybe this scene will change my fate.
あの光、逃げてしまうから一人じゃ捕まえるのは無理だな。誰かに協力してもらわないと。
Correcto. You need someone to lend a hand. Now over here is this angry dead spirit. I'll just pick up this phone right now. This is the text message I got earlier, so it's probably the same thing.
これは篠原の携帯じゃないか。
These are the same messages we read earlier when we picked up the cell phone on the other path, but yeah. So it's nothing new here. So we'll pick this up. I don't think Naomi should see this. Oh, this is actually what he's saying. That was an ad part.
テレビがあるのか。そういえばさっき別館の職員室で拾った GV カセット、何かの手がかりになるかもしれない。なんとか見れないかな。
Alright, so I think we've done everything over here that we can do right now. Now let's see if we can get to Naomi or wherever. Maybe the other girl's in the room with her too. That's who's locked it. Either case, I need either one or the other to help me to fetch that purple item, because I can't get it by myself. I need a partner. And I know there's someone I could possibly rely on who is right now taking a nap. And then there's another person who I know is there in the bad ending path who might be the one locking it. Here we go.